so trace repair could definitely be a reason why your temp sensors are not reporting correctly, or you're getting an error temp too high in your machine log, or what do they call it on the thing?
Kernel log?
Minor log, okay. I'm used to saying kernel log, but okay, so another thing that it could be, who has one that has corrosion? You, Marcus?
Yeah.
Alright, so if we have a board that looks like this. Focus.
I got it.
Okay. So we can see, we want these legs to be shiny, clean, free of debris. These legs, you can tell, have been ate up by corrosion. They're, it looks like they're like a copper corroded color. I don't know how to describe it, but. So, if this were my board, I'm going to take off this temp sensor and I'm going to clean up all that, fix all the little traces. I'm going to retint them. So let's practice taking off a temperature sensor. Here you go. I think one of these other boards was something like that too.
So, I should probably focus on this one. Well, all of them want that.
Yeah, so they won't be when you get done with them though.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright. So this is a lot like taking a chip off or a heat sink. Where am I at? This thing. There we go. So we're going to add flux. And we're going to take off, we're going to do both of the bottom temp sensors because that's going to be a common thing that you guys do.
You gonna say both of them?
Both of the bottom. Okay. Yep. And we flux it. We apply heat. If you have any resistors or capacitors around your temperature sensors on the back, take those off as well. And you can just scrape them off with your, now when I say that, like I'm not talking about these, because that goes to something totally different.
What's going on the bottom?
So what do we take off? I can't see.
Your board is like ours,
Yeah.
so you just take off this.
Oh, okay.
And then the one on the side across from it.
Should we take off the heat sinks next to them, or no one have to worry about it?
You don't have to worry about that. And while you guys are removing your temperature sensors, I want you to be mindful of the direction that you pull them off.
Uh-oh.
So mindful of your white dot, because you're going to have to put these on directionally.
So when you pull it off, are you going to pull it off just like, okay, just picking it right up?
Yep.
Okay.
That came off easy.
Yeah. So you guys see how I have this little capacitor above my other one? I want to remove that too, because a lot of times there's a trace under there that's broken. So like you guys have your resistors and capacitors on the back. Just take your tweezers while you're heating it and just scrape those off.
Scrape the capacitors off?
Yeah, while you're heating them. Because A lot of times there's broken or yeah, broken traces up under there that you have to repair.
So I got the one off. You want me to take the other one off across from it? Would that be... I did this one, this one?
Yep.
So I should have 3 pieces.
You should have, yeah, a capacitor and 2 temperature sensors.
It looks like my legs broke off when I was
Yeah.
Okay, now what's the capacity?
It's this little piece right
Okay.
So I cleaned the area off the alcohol.
here. Yep.
Are the capacitors in that white box? There's a,
Did you burn yourself?
No, that wouldn't come. The neighbor went away. I got a piece myself.
Another piece next to it?
Yeah, he went away. I got him off.
Okay.
Or he go, I just like him away.
Aww.
I know.
That happens a lot though. You don't know where it went? Jose, you gotta find it.
I took,
Your board won't work.
I took it off. What was that other part you wanted off?
This right here.
Oh, okay.
And then once you okay.
I took off what I thought was a capacitor, but it's like a piece of grain salt or something.
Yep.
So small.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
We'll be working with those a lot.
Okay.
Did I get the capacitor? Good job. Okay. You got it. Okay.
I got it, there's only one? Is that,
Capacitor.
yeah, I only found one on there, but I don't see the other one, but there was,
And
looks
you
like there was a
got-
spot
That
for
thing
it.
is tiny. I'm supposed
Oh,
to
Okay,
get that
now I
off.
see it.
Oh, which one?
You
The
gotta
3
get it.
resistors that are
You
right
got
there.
it?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
I got one of them.
Because we're
Did
gonna
I get the right
practice replacing those and
Did I get the right piece? It was like really
Oh, I think not.
No.
No, that's for a chip. That's what Jose did too. So, did the legs come off this?
Yeah.
Okay, we won't worry about it. But
So what was I supposed to take off?
there's a little piece over here on this side.
Oh,
So
do you
you
want me
take-
to take this one off too?
Yeah, take that one and then see that little capacitor above it?
Yeah.
Take that off too. What? Why do you look at me like that?
That's crazy.
So this
He's
is,
like,
this is it right here? Or is this just like a crumb?
Bro, it's it,
that's
bro.
a capacitor.
Okay.
That's it. Make sure you hold on to it because you're going to be putting it back.
Yeah, I'm putting it right there.
With my finger or with my
need a
With your
telescope.
tweezer.
With my eyelash?
yeah.
Mine's stuck on my shirt.
So, if like this were to happen, would that mean I needed a new one? It's missing one of its legs.
Yes, I have some.
Well, I'll still put it on, but
Okay.
just so I know. That's not
Yeah,
supposed
you
to-
would need a new one. I always put new ones on them anyways.
I found it, but it's missing the leg maybe?
Missing a leg.
Ugh, legs.
I think one side has 3 legs and one side has 2.
Looks like there's 3 of them.
Okay.
I'm supposed to put that back on?
Yeah.
That little-
Yeah. And then we're gonna do
No way.
because our resistors and stuff are on the front sides of our board, so we're gonna replace those too.
Okay.
And there's
Should I
six
clean
on
up?
one side, 3 on the other.
Should I clean up my
Clean it
areas?
up. So clean up your clean up what you removed on your board with alcohol and a Q-tip.
I lost my capacitor. Oh, there it is.
I don't blame you. Oh. You need another one?
Sure, or just alcohol.
You need here's a parts board. You need parts board?
What's that?
Parts board for the thing.
Do we also clean
Yeah,
off
this
the
is
chip
Jacob.
that we removed, the sensor?
Yeah. That's
Even
good.
though you normally put a new one on.
Yeah. That's a good thing to good habit. I smell burnt.
Yeah, I burned my board a little bit right here.
Okay.
I was like, was it? I'm blaming on Logan. That is insane.
So what are we doing right now? Just cleaning everything?
Yep.
Do we clean our pieces too? Is there a way we can do that?
Yeah, just wipe it off with alcohol. Oh, I'm sorry.
Marcus, how many capacitors do you think you can eat before your stomach starts hurting? I say like 50. They're so small. Your body won't even acknowledge it. Just goes right through.
You wanna try it?
Oh, I'm sorry, you ate 3 of them.
I inhaled them.
Literally can. They're that small. It's like a quarter the size of a grain of rice. What am I supposed to
Need
be?
some?
What? That's insane.
Alright, so what we're going to practice is a lot of times when you pull those temp sensors off, these will be discolored, like you won't have solder on the pads. Sometimes traces will be missing, and when I say traces, like these little legs. So we're going to scratch off all these little, so you should have some. And so the one I'm looking at now, if this is the top of your board, it's this one in the bottom corner.
Okay.
So this is the top of your board. We're looking at the one in the bottom corner.
Diagonal.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So anywhere you see a lighter green color, that indicates there's a trace there. So we have little traces in here that go to a via. There's a trace here that goes to a via. Here, here, here. And then you have a trace that goes from that top leg. So we want to scrape all that off. The light green parts, not the dark green. So we're going to scrape here, here, here.
Oh, in front of the legs.
Yeah, and then we're going to scrape here.
The circles?
Here. Yeah, the circles, and then there's some little lines.
yellow there.
Some of them have little lines.
I'm gonna get you.
Wow. Wait, I'm confused. Can you
Scrape them with what? Razor blade or something?
Either a blade or a pair of tweezers. Sharp tweezers.
Can you
I'm
come
having a
back?
hard time finding mine on this tree.
I was just gonna say this.
Oh, you're talking about like the 4 circles in front of the legs.
Yeah, but she said there's lines in front of the circles.
So yours goes like this. You got a line from here to here,
Mhm.
and then right there. And then you got a line. It's like a bit here.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was just a white line there. Well, but that's okay.
Yeah, so anything that's a lighter green color, scrape it.
Okay. And what are we doing whenever we scrape it? We're just exposing the copper to make it easier for the feces to...
Yes.
Wait, so what am I scraping?
Scrape on the inside of this, like there should be a lighter green. So you're gonna scrape the bottom leg that's facing you on the left side.
I'm gonna scrape the green.
Could you help me with this?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
So
Where are you scraping?
do you see all these little dots in there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dots?
The little bias.
See little gray things on the end of the
Yeah,
legs.
so at the end of the legs
Oh, those?
is where you want to scrape.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Okay.
So you want to see copper and not green?
Correct.
Or you can see more copper?
Yeah, I have them all exposed.
So, all of my legs don't have a circle.
Yeah, they won't.
I was like, there's one on the left. Okay. And do that for both sides, because you know we took off 2.
Yes.
Check my window.
Yes, sir.
I lost my move. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, those would be the most common. So right here, I'll show you right here on this little.
Okay, and what?
So right here where you're, see this is sort of like a J.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got that little pile there, looks corroded.
Alright, I'll clean that
Yeah,
off.
clean that off. And then there are some traces that go, like there's one that goes up around like this. It's like a hook right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you scraping the trace too?
This part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because mine kind of looked dark, like right here.
Oh.
So I just want to make sure it wasn't broken.
And I actually think, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but
Wait.
oh, you scraped it.
I'm just scraping all the crud off around it.
It looks like my 2 legs on the right side missing.
Yeah. So that shouldn't be too hard to fix as long as we can get this soldered onto the leg of our temperature sensor. So whenever we're placing the temp sensor, we'll try to stay to the left.
The left of it.
Yeah. And then like get that leg soldered onto that.
But as far as the
Just take it
scraping,
off
do I
extra
need to
parts.
scrape more?
What's
Is
up?
that good? Or?
That's good.
Except taking off extra parts and breaking the base off.
That's all part of it.
It's part of it. Like I've done that more than I'd like to admit.
Oh wait, since we took all the temp sensors off, we should go through and scrape all of them, right? All of the
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, we're good. You are good. One thing that I would, so you may want to take these off right here. Sometimes like the pads up under there can be corroded.
Okay.
And there's a like a hook trace that goes from here to here. It hooks around backwards. See? Scrape that off.
Okay. That's that one.
Yep. Okay. Good deal. Alright.
I don't know how much more scraping needs to be done. I was scraping all the way down to the trace.
Yeah.
There's, I don't know, that's what happened. I wasn't supposed to do that, was I?
No, but it's okay. Yeah, just be mindful, like, and it comes with time, you'll recognize where the traces are and where you need to scrape. It's kind of hard.
But did you say that the little things on the end of these were also down here?
No,
Oh,
no. So they have like a different version of board
Oh.
that I was
I thought I was
talking-
supposed to be scraping both.
Oh, yeah, you did, it's fine. Yeah, you did fine. Just,
You're not gonna hurt my feelings, just.
no,
worry.
I'm not. It's good, your traces are good. The only thing I have to say is just be mindful of how deep you scrape.
Okay,
So like how it got into the PCB, which won't hurt it, but
Yeah.
you could tear something.
so should I solder over it or leave it alone?
Yeah, solder over it. So add flux and then solder over it.
So now that we have them off, want us to put them back on? Or?
Yeah, let's let everybody.
Yeah, oh, no.
Did you scrape all three?
Yeah, very soon.
Speed
Yeah, flux.
racer.
I don't know. I thought I missed something.
So,
I'm hearing machines turn on.
you got them all. You have your traces scraped?
Yeah,
Okay. Have you retinned them? Retinned your traces
okay.
with your solder?
You just solder over them.
Yep. Sometimes, let me see if I have any pictures to show you guys of like a jump. Okay, so I got some examples. This is an example of a temp sensor repair that I did. So you can see like the pads are really bad corroded. There's a trace here that had some corrosion. My pads, like you see, they're not shiny silver. They got like a green over them. Okay. This was the one on the opposite side. These traces are broken, so like this pad connects to this trace, but it was severed right here. Same with this one due to corrosion. And then there's a broken trace right here. So I had to take that capacitor off and fix it. And this is after I did the retin. And then I had to do, so I replaced the temperature sensor. And then I had to do a wire jumper from this trace to this trace because it was gone, the little connector. And then I had to like reroute the capacitor that went through.
Wow.
So that's like just a little bit of some of the things that you guys will be doing. And that, yeah, here's the before picture.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That looks crazy.
So yeah, you'll know temp sensor if you see one.
Okay, so you want us to put the temp sensor back on?
Yep. So directionally,
Should we do the capacitors and resistors first, or?
you do want to do the capacitors and resistors first. That's the easiest way to do it.
I would say put your fans on low.
Yeah.
Your suggestion.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you can attempt to do them with a solder iron, like holding them with tweezers. I find that really hard.
Yeah, yes.
You have to have really good hand-eye coordination. And, or you can just flux the pads.
You're not on the camera.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Doesn't matter what temp sensor we can wear because we will keep track of
It doesn't matter
it.
which.
It could all fit in each position, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Just knowing what direction they go in. So you want to line up these instead of a dot at the top, or mine anyway. Mine have a line at the top of them versus a dot. So that
So to put a
line.
capacitor back on, do we need to put on flux first?
Yes, you always
Always
lube
flux.
up your job with flux.
So yeah, with your capacitors, resistors, you guys still have them on your pad? Like, did you keep track of the ones you took off?
Yep.
Okay, so for Vicky and Ted, how you identify where a capacitor and resistor went are, like we talked about the one day, R will be where your resistor goes and C is where your capacitor goes. And then
You mean they look different?
yeah, one is like a,
One's black and the other one's like a cream.
yeah, one should be black and the other's like a tan. No, sometimes that happens.
One might be more black than that. One's a bit too guys.
This one is your capacitor. And the other one's your resistor.
And you just put them on there.
You just flux it, put them on in like a, about where they go, because sometimes they do move when you apply heat.
Bullshit.
Try and get it back on there.
Yeah. I just had it perfectly, and then I got the heat too damn close, and it blew it all away.
Did you do one of the top ones?
Top.
Like that one?
Yeah, that's the exact one I did.
Shit, I just lost one. It's gone.
It happens. The temp sensor or resistor capacitor?
Resistor.
Okay.
It's in your beard.
You want a parts board?
Huh?
You want a parts board? Or you just want to...
I mean, this is already a parts board that
Okay.
I'm working on, so,
Okay.
you know, I've done this before. I'll work on the other ones that I pulled off.
Alright.
I had my capacitor in my tweezers, and all of a sudden my tweezers went, and the capacitor disappeared. It's gone. I have no idea where it went, where it landed, anything.
Welcome to ASIC Repair. This happens all the time, y'all.
Oh, I found it.
Hey, let's go.
Now that doesn't happen so often.
That's a rarity.
I think I did. Maybe it's just a.
Just a crumb.
It's a piece of salt. Piece of cracker.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna solder this crumb right.
Oh no, it is. It's just a solder ball.
Oh,
Ouch.
Close enough.
Oh, come on, stay in place.
I'm about to flood it with some floods. Just let
I
it do its
put
thing.
you in the right.
So if I don't have a capacitor, just put the resistors back on and let it go, or what?
yes. In a real world application, you do want to replace that capacitor.
But I think
Go to
new
a
ones
parts
at that
board.
point.
Yes.
That's where you would go to a parts board, find the exact capacitor at that spot, unplug it,
Yeah.
punch it in.
And hopefully the same thing doesn't happen, because I've had that happen.
Yeah.
Oh.